Hi everyone. First of all, let me introduce people in our group. Our group members are Sunghyun, Taehun, Juhee, and me, Jungsoo. In Korea, there are a lot of tour sites. We want to let you know the tour sites, so we will tell you about them. First, let me start my presentation about tour sites in Gyeongju, my hometown. Gyeongju was the capital of the Silla. Silla was a kingdom in the southern Korean peninsula and lasted for about 1,000 years. So there are so many cultural properties in Gyeongju, and therefore the most of the tour sites are cultural properties. I present a few of them that were listed as World Heritage by the UNESCO. This is a map of the southern Korean peninsula. The location of Gyeongju is the red circle. Welcome to Gyeongju. First, Seokguram and BULGUKSA. Seokguram is a grotto, and in grotto there is statue of the Buddha. It is so well made. BULGUKSA is Korean Buddhist temple that built 1,500 years ago. If you go there, you can see these two pagodas, Sokatap and Dabotap, and statue of the Buddha and others. They are beautiful statues. Next is Gyeongju Historic Areas. The areas are divided to 5 areas and there are 52 cultural properties in there. I'll show you some of them. Anapji is a pond of Silla. Cheonsongdae is observatory of Silla. They are beautiful and wonderful sights. Finally, Yangdong Folk Village. It is unique because it is a traditional village from the Joseon dynasty that exists much later than Silla. They are well preserved, so we can see features in the past. As you have seen in Gyeongju, there are many beautiful places and it is worth visiting. So I want you to visit there. That are what I wanted to say. Thank you. And now Juhee will introduce about other city, Busan.
Um, I I will talk about the Busan's famous tourist sites. The first one I want to talk about is Gamcheon Culture Village, and next Taejongdae and Yongdusan Park and Nampodong's Movie Road. First one is Gamcheon Culture Town. 6 to 5 war refugees first lived here, and it remains until now on. For re-establishing, people draw murals and erect art plastics. These various colors of houses and murals are famous. We can take lots of beautiful pictures here, and it's good to have some rest at a cafe with drinking coffee. The next place I will introduce to you is Yongdusan Park. There is a Busan Tower which is 120-meter high. We can see Busan's beautiful night scene at the top of the tower. The flower clock is famous here. The picture is a flower clock, and it is the only one which has a second hand among the 18 flower clocks worldwide. The next place is Taejongdae. It is placed in the Yeongdo Island, and it is a pleasure ground with center is a 250-meter peak placed in the south of Yeongdo Island. There is a wooded mountain and cliff, so the scene is beautiful. There is also a lighthouse, 4.3-kilometer tour road, and docks of a pleasure boat. And the final site is a Nampodong's Movie Road. We can see a handprints of celebrities. We can see a history of Busan International Film Festival, and we can see Kim Gi-duk, directors, handprintings, and Rick Besson's handprintings, and so on.
Hi, I was born in Changwon and until I came here, I live in Changwon. Originally, there are Changwon, Masan, JINHAE, but in 2010, they are merged into Changwon. Now, I will introduce two tourist spots in Changwon. First is JINHAE GUNHANGJE. This is called Festival of Cherry Blossom. This festival started from memorial ceremony for Admiral Lee Sun-shin in 1953 and developed into GUNHANGJE in 1963. Period of this festival is from April 1st to April 10th. There are many events except for seeing cherry blossom. For example, there are firework memorial ceremony for Admiral Lee Sun-shin and military band and honor guard festival. In this year, 2,520,000 people visited this festival. Second spot is JUNAM Wetlands. It is a wetland with an area of 6 million square meters, where the three wetlands of Sannam, Junam, and Dongpan are interconnected. It is registered in Ramsar Wetlands. It means it is protected from Ramsar Association. 5,000 to 6,000 for summer birds and 10,000 to 20,000 for winter birds come this land in daily. Natural monument and endangered species are also observed. Thank you for listening my presentation, and Sunghyun will introduce Jungsoo.
Hello, my name is Sunghyun. Before introducing, do you remember my presentation 1 month ago? I introduced myself with the picture where I went to last year. I have traveled Jeonju, Busan, Everett, and Thailand, and I would like to introduce my most memorable travel destination, Jeonju. Jeonju has various tour sites, but it is easy to enjoy in one day because most of them are in short distance. So you can just walk and see many attractions. First, I recommend the Bamboo Grove. You can see thousands of bamboos on there. If you take a breath, you will be attracted by the refreshing atmosphere. Then, there is a MURAL village. It's a small hillside village, but there are a lot of paintings on the walls. Also, Jeonju is famous for its HANOK village. You will be fascinated with the Korea's culture and traditional beauty. And don't you think that something is missing while touring? Yes, it's food. Jeonju is very famous for various street food. Octopus square, pizza baguette, baked pancake, and fried squid. There are so many delicious foods all over the tour site. And this is the end of our presentation. And I'm sure that you won't be regret if you choose your travel destination to these 4 cities. Thank you for listening.